Hey guys, glad to see you again. I hope that you are doing well. Let's get ourselves up. Stand up, please. Let's start a little bit with some how do you do tea, okay? Good day, mate. Glad to see you. All right, now seriously, let's get ourselves moving and grooving. I challenge you the first couple times that we're doing it today. You can just do the actions. Remember focusing on eye contact with your neighbors around you, and also making sure that you're keeping that nice steady beat in your hands as you're waving, okay? Now that you know what the beat is in music, it's something that we feel, it's the pulse, right? We wanna make sure we're actually putting it in our hands because that's helping us be musical. Cool? Ready? Pick a side that you're turning to first. If you feel comfortable, say the rhyme with me. Here we go. How do you do? Tea, how do you do? Tea, how do you do today? Do you live where you used to live, or have you drifted away? I'm sorry you're so disagreeable. I only stopped to say, how do you do? Tea, how do you do? Tea, how do you do today? Easy enough, right? We're just going side to side. This next time, you can choose any person in the classroom, okay? They may not choose you too, but here's the thing. Anytime that you switch hands, you have to choose a new person. Cool? So if your class is sitting in rows, that could be the people on the side of you, it could be people in front of you, you could be waving up super high over the top of someone to the person ahead of them. I don't really care. As long as you're choosing one person, and even if they're not looking at you, you are talking to them like they know you are talking to them, okay? Makes sense? You could even turn backwards for the sake of the video. I'm not gonna turn backwards because you don't need to be seeing that, okay? Cool, fourth graders? All right, so again, choosing different people every single time. Here we go. How do you do? Tea, how do you do? Tea, how do you do today? Switch. Do you live where you used to live, or have you drifted away? I'm sorry you're so disagreeable. I only stopped to say, how do you do? Tea, how do you do? Tea, how do you do today? One more time. Try and pick different people again. Cool? Here we go. How do you do? Tea, how do you do? Tea, how do you do today? Do you live where you used to live, or have you drifted away? I'm sorry you're so disagreeable. I only stopped to say, how do you do? Tea, how do you do? Tea, how do you do today? Good work. Take your seats, please. Now, eventually, we're gonna get faster with that. And in music, just because I think it's important for you to know and good to know, there's different speeds that our beat can go. And we call that tempo. Say that one time for me. 1, 2, 3, tempo. Tempo is the speed of the beat. And it can go really fast, it can go really slow, or it can go in the middle. And there's different words that we use for that. When it goes super slow, it's a fancy Italian word called largo. On the count of 3, say largo with me. 1, 2, 3, largo. Yeah, largo kind of sounds like the word large, doesn't it? Yeah, think about something that's very large, like an elephant or a tortoise specifically. It's not moving very fast, right? Okay. So largo means slow. That was slow. The opposite of that is fast, right? The Italian music word for fast is allegro. Say allegro. 1, 2, 3, allegro. And that means really crazy fast. It's not like Alexa, because my kids have become obsessed with Alexa. But allegro means something is moving really fast, or the beat in music is moving fast. And if we're in the middle, nice medium walking speed, we call that, I love this one, it's fun to say, andante. Can you say that for me? 1, 2, 3, andante. You sound so much smarter just because you said that. We better say it one more time. 1, 2, 3, andante. You got it? Yeah, andante is like a walking speed. So largo is very slow. Andante is in the middle, walking speed, and then allegro is like crazy fast, okay? And that's important because not every song has the same speed. Usually, if it's a faster song, we might feel like it's a fun song to dance to. If it's a slower song or largo, it might be one that we're like, yeah, I can chill out to that and just kind of zone, right? Or go to sleep to. Think about when you're a baby, or like when you had rest time in kindergarten, they would play like really slow, quiet classical music. Yeah, it's because it's calming to you, right? It makes us feel different ways. So something just to think about. We'll kind of keep talking about that in the weeks to come. Speaking of different beats, get your hand up. Let's get them back into our mouth a little bit, into our brain. Remember, your job is to listen to me first as I say a rhythm. And then I'll say, your turn, go, and you're gonna echo back and point along on your hand or fingers the exact same thing that I just said. The idea is to get these different rhythms stuck back into our brain, so that way we're all being rhythmical and musical together. And the cool thing is we're using our speaking voice, right? Okay, so get your hands up. Remember to keep along. Involve yourself. Don't be no fuddy-duddy. Nobody likes a fuddy-duddy. I don't even know what that is, but I bet it's not good. All right, enough of that. Here I go. Ta, 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 ta. Your turn, go. Ta, 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 ta. My turn, and ta-dee, ta, ta-dee, ta. Your turn, go. Ta-dee, ta, ta-dee, ta. My turn, and ta, ta. Your turn, go. Ta, ta. My turn, and ta-dee, 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 ta. Your turn, go. Ta-dee, 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 ta. My turn, and toe. Your turn, and toe. How do we do there, fourth graders? Okay? All right, so we want to keep practicing those. So like I said, we're just able to do them lickety-split super fast. Last time I saw you, we reviewed the beat and we started talking about some rhythms. Let's look at those rhythms, especially since we just taught them and said them a little bit closer today. And I have an activity for you to do once we're done reviewing to really practice, so that way those rhythms get stuck in your head. I'm going to zoom back in on my board because, I mean, why not watch and listen and review with my board on your board? Seems kind of silly, we're projecting a board on a board, but hey, it does the job. All right, can you tell that I miss you guys? Because I really do, I promise. All right, let's review. You guys looked at this last time with me. All music has a beat. We know that. And rhythms show musicians how long or short they should make sounds within the beat, right? Okay, now we reviewed those rhythms just as you were saying them back and forth to me. Let's look a little bit closer now, okay? You guys are smart. You guys got this. I'm gonna move my chair so I don't trip on it. Cool. All right, so the first one you told me last time is a ta. Now, let's fill this in together. Ta has blank sound in blank beat. Play position, clap and say ta. 1, 2, 3, ta. Rest position. How many sounds did that just have? 1. You got it? Super simple. Now, but what about how many beats? Well, that's easy peasy. Remember back when we were just talking? I said ta, 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 ta. Each finger was a beat. So it had one sound in one beat. That's why we started with it back in first grade, because it's the simplest one, right? Okay, the next one, you guys know this. Ta-dee. Play position, clap and say toddy. 1, 2, 3, toddy. How many sounds did you just clap? Yeah, 2. I mean, come on. You had 2 sounds. Now, way back in first grade. This is like my favorite activity to do with first graders when we start talking about rhythms. I gave you a Kit Kat. Do you remember that? Some of you might, some of you are like, I don't remember that. Okay, I did, I promise. If you were here, I gave you a Kit Kat. I did, I swear. Now, that Kit Kat had 2 pieces stuck together, kind of like this. Two pieces in one treat, okay? It had 2 pieces in one treat. And we said it was like a toddy because toddy had 2 sounds in one beat, okay? And another way to think about that, when we were talking our rhythms before, I said toddy, 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 toddy. I tapped my finger twice because toddy had 2 quick, short sounds in one beat. Does that make sense? Is it coming back to you, or are we dusting it off a little bit? I hope so. All right. In second grade, we talked about a half note. Say half note for me, please. 1, 2, 3. Half note. Now, the cool thing about the half note was it was a longer sound. And actually, you might remember, we got it because I tied together 2 ties, and actually I tied together 2 people's shoelaces. If you were one of those people that I did it to, you probably remember, okay? Now, a half note was tricky because the 2 ties were tied together so it smoothed out their sound into one sound, right? So a half note has one sound that lasts for, this was the tricky part, 2 beats. Remember, we tied together 2 tas and we went ta, and we smoothed it out. Play position, say ta with me, here you go. Ta. Yeah, you could see we clapped and then we carried that sound through to another beat. Same thing. So a half note has one sound that equals 2 beats. And then the last one was our whole note. And it took up a whole measure, which we're going to talk and review measures in a couple weeks or a couple lessons, okay? The whole note was the same as taking 4 tas and tying them together. And if you remember, just like our half note, it had one sound that now lasted for how many beats? You're right, 4th graders, for 4 beats. Sorry, my belly's kind of in the way blocking that, right? So here's what we need to remember, the big points. Big points. I gotta erase this so I can go to my next slide, forgive me. Come on. Give me just a second. Gotta love technology. There we go. Here's what I want you to remember, 4th graders. A ta has 1 beat, okay? 1 sound and 1 beat. We just say it equals 1 beat. Our toddy is also 1 beat, though it has 2 sounds. Be careful with that. Our half note has a sound that's equal to 2 beats. And finally, our whole note has a sound that's equal to 4 beats. All right? Teachers, you may end up needing to review this, or at least I should say rewind this with the worksheet that they're going to do here in a little bit, because this will help them with what they need to do. All right? Now, I just mentioned dun dun dun, a worksheet. Don't freak out, I promise. It's really not too bad. We're just gonna do a little math and music. Say what? Yeah, we're gonna do some math and music, but it's super simple, promise. Okay? Monster Music Math. It says add the value of Monster Music notes together and put the total number of beats in the box. So here they have a ta plus a ta. Well, how many beats would one ta plus one ta equal? You got it. 2, okay? And you're gonna go through and you're gonna do the rest of them. Now the reason why I said you might wanna keep that other slide up here is because you might be stumped on that ta-dee. Remember, ta-dee has 2 sounds, but only in 1 beat. So ta-dee is always gonna be a 1. It's always gonna be worth 1 because it takes up 1 beat. Okay, 4th graders? So you're gonna do this, and there's not a ton of them on here. This one will go pretty quick for you. You can see there's a couple of them. They almost look like minions to me, but they're monsters. And then the next part is a color by number, except music math, right? And it says add up the number of beats in each section, color each section with the correct color to show your answer. So you can see here's the colors, brown, red, purple, blue. And it says brown, it's brown if it's equal to 1 beat. It's red if it's equal to 2 beats. It's purple if it's 3. And it's blue if it's 4. I like this one because they give you a little help. They give you a chart to see how many beats it gets. Now, you guys might be like, but Mrs. Teagues, it's a cup of hot cocoa. And it's like September, it's fall. You can drink hot cocoa or hot cider in fall. Come on, work with me. It's what I could find. All right, so have some fun with this. It should be simple, should be easy, okay? And like I said, this one's nice because they actually give you a little bit of a cheat sheet up here. Now there's some rests over here that look like a little hat or a little hole in the ground. We're gonna review those when I come back, okay? But for right now, just look up here and it'll give you a clue. So for example, it has a ta plus a half note. Well, 1 plus 2 equals 3. So this little section here would be purple or purple. Cool? You got it? Cool. I hope that you're doing well. Good work reviewing with me today. Good luck on your worksheets. And I wish you guys well. I'll see you next time.